Well, welcome. I'm finally getting around to doing the replay race of the first LMU. It says multi-class, but there's only GT3 going. We'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, first race is at Le Mans. This for fun here, I will show you our LMU race lineup. There it is. Can you see it? There it is. Last Friday was Le Mans. There's Le Mans, and we're going to do Monza next. So there's the lineup. We'll talk about that later also. I gotta get rid of that. Yes, we are doing the championships for LMU. My name is Mike Meleskie. This is eSeniors. If this is your first broadcast of us, this is a replay broadcast because I was racing in this race. So then there was no live one, so I usually do a replay at the end. Oop. Get rid of that screen. I usually do a replay when I get around to it. I'm very sorry life got in the way. Get this one done in the last few days. I haven't got this one done in the last few days. So let's, without further ado, get going here in the race. Let's show you the starting lineup. There you are, and we have got the tower going. There it is. It's pretty hard to show. I wanted to show everybody's livery, so we'll just bear with me. For in pole position today was Diego, I believe his first name is Coscio. Yes, sir. I'm not sure where he's from again. I believe it might be Portugal in second place. A familiar name. So Diego was in a Porsche. I'm going to call you Diego the whole time, so bear with me if I got it wrong. In second place is Brian Murray from Northern Ireland, and second place, so there's going to be some challenging being done. Of course, everybody's in a GT3 car today, although it says it's a multi-class championship. There was not very many people signed up in hypercars, and we'll talk about that during the race when there's a lull. So Brian is in a McLaren today. Next is Saunders. Now, the only way I can show Saunders is by letting the stream go a little bit here. There is Saunders, John Saunders, in another McLaren. That's a Marlboro. That's not I don't think that's a livery. It's a custom livery, I believe. Jose Alves is right behind them there in number 523. That is a BMW, a nice orange BMW. Can't see his livery that well yet. We'll get that going in a minute. Next is Stuart Packham. There he is, right beside our friend Mr. Christer Hjort. Stuart Packham is in a Lambo. Yes. And Christer's got his custom livery going, the Joker livery that he usually races with. Whoop, wait a sec. What happened there? I'm not sure. Oh, so somehow Mr. Grelot he qualified in 7th, but he ended up way back there for some reason. Maybe he's going to try and catch up. Let's find, I'm going to back it up a little bit here. Very difficult to get liveries, so I'm going to back it up a little bit so we can get everybody's liveries. There's Hugo in the first and possibly only Mercedes. Michel Benchaya is next. Let's see if we can catch him. There he is. Benchaya in the red, another McLaren. Ooh, we got lots of McLarens. I bet you that is the car to drive that somebody said online, but lots of McLaren. Easy to drive, apparently. Peter, I believe it's Peter Nielsen in another McLaren, Richard Milne. I think that's not a custom livery. Next is Danny Britos. There is, look at that, two exactly the same liveries. Britos and Jeremy right behind him. Next is Eric Langlois and his familiar... I forget what kind of pig it is. Familiar Porsche, the pig design. He got that one done in LMU. Next is Ollie Lindner and a Lexus, the first Lexus. Coming up next, I'll back it up a little bit, is yours truly, Mike Meleskie. And look at that, I've got a new livery. It's not quite finished for this race, but I've put in, I'm driving a BMW, and I've put in my familiar 7-Up livery. And there's a little bit of a surprise to come when I finish that. I am in last place. All right. That's a familiar sight for me. Just like Murray is usually at the front, I'm usually at the back. But just getting used to GT3 cars in LMU. Let's see if we can get the start going here. Hang on, I'm going to get, there we go, an overhead livery, an overhead shot. Now there's some spectacular crashes here at LeMans. LeMans, as you know, is very high speed. Very high speed, and these GT3 cars in LMU are actually fairly stable until you get unstable. But you have to be careful on the throttle coming out of corners. You'll see that, and you can also speed too much on corners and spin out. So there's some spectacular crashes. I was involved in one. And I know there's a few others. Look at that. There is, who was that was getting back in, I think it was Caballero getting back into the side-by-sides. He had a little bit of trouble getting started. I think there was a couple of drive-throughs on start also. We'll see if we can, the replay may or may not catch that. We're getting close to the start, I believe. Let's see if Brian can hop the start on Cosio. There we go. Start. There we go. Nothing going on too much. Any 3 wides. Nothing happening. There we go for some 3 wides. Somebody's taking Murray on. Alves is taking on Murray. And Murray's taking on Cosio. And what's going to happen? 3 wide. Oh! We had a crash with Alves. Let's just watch that again. Let's find a better angle on that. Let's get on board with, who's the BMW? That is Alves. He was in 3rd place, if I'm not mistaken. I want to get a better view here. Okay, so he's on the inside. And then Cosio comes around the outside and pushes Murray into Alves. So that is only Alves gets into trouble. Further down the line, what happens? There's some more side-by-side still going on. Here we go. Get back up here with Murray. So that gives John Saunders the lead. And Cosio in 2nd. And let's see here. This is Cosio trying to get on to John. We got some long, boring straights here in, not boring, but long straights on LeMans. So let's see if Cosio has got in that Porsche, it's got any straight line speed to take on that McLaren. I don't know that that's going to be the case. Looks like he's catching up a little bit. Yes, he is. Oh, not going to make it into the chicane. There he goes. Interesting. Oh, there's somebody off. Let's see who that was. Let's see who that was. It's not Murray. Oh, you can't change on the fly there. Let's see who that was. Let's back it up. And get on board with somebody a little bit further back. Maybe Krister, and we can try and find out who that was. Oh, there was whoever was that Stewart that went off? Yes, it was. Let's see what happened there. Back up a little bit. Is that an unforced error? That's possibly it. Look at that nice line coming down that first long straight. There's Stewart in the... Oh, it was Hugo. It was Hugo. He just missed his braking point totally. Went outside, did not get too much, but if you do a really bad... track limit, you can get a drive-through even. It looks like Jean-Marie Groslo is going to take on Krister here. Let's see what happens. He looks like he is got the hop on Krister in the Ferrari over the Mercedes. That's happening. Oh, way back here. We got Mike trying to get ahead of somebody, trying to get ahead of Ollie. Not much happening there. Let's see what's happening at the top. These guys are still at it. Packham and Caballero are neck and neck. Let's see what happens here. Stewart's got the inside line and Caballero pulls back a little on the throttle to, whoops, make that happen. I went a little too far here. Mike almost made it past Ollie. I didn't practice too much on LeMans. I actually had more practice on LeMans with the hypercar. And it's a totally different track in the GT3. Looks like there's some action going on back here. Oh, way back here there's some action. Parks, is it? Nope, not too far back. Maybe it's Ben Chaya. Somebody was side by side. Ollie and I are still battling it out here. Nope. Who else is very close together? These guys are all super close together. Christopher's hanging in there with Jean-Marie. It's hard to see where everybody is on the track here. It's pretty close. Caballero on Christopher's trying to take a look at Groslo. He took a little peek there. You see here Caballero, how close is he to? No, he's not. Christopher is the closest. Up here, Cossio is still trying to get by John Saunders. Let's stick with these guys for a little bit. Let's get on board. Here comes Cossio. Get on board with him. Look at this. Look at this action. I love the interior views in LMU. They're just coming up to the start-finish line. Oh, he had a good exit there on John. Look at that. They're right behind each other. Look how close these two are going. Here comes the first corner. We're going to stick with this right now. These guys are a couple of seconds ahead of everybody else. In there. Not sure that the Porsche sound is that great in LMU. It's some great sounding cars in LMU. We're going to go through them all at some point. Lost a little bit of ground to John. Let's see, setting it up for where he knows he's a little. Here comes, we're going through the long first straight, but I don't think the Porsche is going to hang in there with that one. Let's see if Christer can make it happen on. Oh, something happened to Groslo. Where is Groslo? Where is Groslo? He is way back here. Let's find out what happened to him. Let's stay on board with him and see. There's some, like I said, there's some spectacular crashes that happen. So let's just see if that was an unforced error or did Christer do a little love tap? I'm going to try and catch all these big crashes. I know I have a huge one. You know, Groslo, something happens to him here. So maybe we'll just speed it up slightly because they're not that close together right now. There's like four of them pretty close there, but let's just speed it up. Oh, just a little bit too far. So he just went through, I think. Let's start it at full speed and we'll come back. Just missed his braking point, looks like. Or is he going into the pits? Oh no, he's going into the pits. He's probably serving there's a big chicane in the pit entry. So Groslo just had to serve look what's happening here. Look what's happening here. Not sure if we saw this already once. I think we did. Yeah, we saw this already. So let's just look down further for anything that's happening down further. I might have had my big crash already. I think I did. Let's just go back and show you what I did wrong. That's me getting almost ahead of Ollie. And where am I? Is that Ollie up ahead? Am I just falling behind Ollie or what? This is the inside of the BMW. We got any other BMWs? Yeah, no, I don't think so. I'm the only one. easy car to drive. I'm not so sure how fast it is, but that's the inside. It sounds way better than any of the other BMWs we have in the game. So let me see who that is up ahead. It's pretty close. Well, Britos, these guys are pretty close. Them more. On Jeremy, this is Danny Britos on Jeremy. Up ahead. Casio's still trying to get Saunders. Brian Murray is a couple of seconds back. Let's just see where everybody is. A couple of seconds back. Stuart Packham is 6 seconds behind Brian in 4th place. Hugo is 2.5 seconds back, but he's got Krister right on his tail. This might actually be a pass. Krister has been following him for quite a while. Let's see if he can get him with the big bad Merc. 2 Mercs against each other. Krister looks like he's got him. Nice job. Must have got a great exit there. Good job. We caught a pass. Look at that. So that's Hugo. Oh, wait a second here. Let's just go to... who is that? Cavallero? Yes. Ooh, let's back up a little bit. So he just got passed by Krister. Let's just see why that happens. Let's just add it in. So speed coming out of the chicane. Oh, just oversteer. That looks like a little bit of a problem with his steering wheel or something. Now he's sitting there. He's waiting for everybody to go by. Okay, we'll stay off of him. Where were we? We were at Krister. So Mr. Nielsen now is 2.5 back of Krister. Jose Alves, who's leading at one point, is in 7th place. Danny Britos is next. Eric Langlois. Jean-Marie, who had that trouble way back. Michel Benchaya, a couple of seconds back, 10 seconds back. Hugo is still sitting, so I think he had a significant failure of his he had a bad failure there. Where am I? There I am. I'm still in it. I don't actually finish this race. I don't think I finished it. I've forgotten now what happens. Just get back here. Oh, look at what we got. Look at what we got. Saunders is in a battle for his life there. Get trading paint there. Oh, ho, ho. Let's go back and watch that a little bit. Look at this. Okay, stop it and we'll put it on. But we'll take a look at different view here. Where's the look at this. They're just Casio is trying hard. There's a little tap there. That's what stops it. So Saunders is still ahead in 1st place. Watching all this is Brian Murray. Here we go. It's not over yet. The Porsche's at it again. What a battle these two have. Look at those red hot disc brakes. The Porsche's got a lot of pump here on the McLaren. It's no slouch at LeMans. Yes, sir. Saunders is in a battle for his life today. Nice battle for sure. And Murray, he's just, excuse me for the yawn, he is just sitting there waiting to see something happen with these guys. Okay, anybody else pretty close? I don't see too many other close ones, so this is going to be it for a while. Oh, Langlois had a problem. Let's go back and see where that happened. There he is up in, where is he now? Ends up in what a big problem. Where is Langlois? 11th place. I guess he had a problem earlier. Ollie's caught up to him. Maybe that's just what I'm seeing. So we'll get back to the action way back here. I don't think that was a problem. It's hard to do these replays and catch some of the action. Where did Ollie end up? He ended up 10 seconds behind me, so he had a problem at some point. Let's find Ollie. Okay, he's way back here. So he's in a battle here. Now let's watch this battle for a while. I'll get back to the top action. So Longois on the inside takes... oh, see, that's what happens in this new... Okay, I'm going to show you exactly what you have to be careful with GT3 cars in this LMU simulation. Okay, I'm going to get in on board here on the Porsche. So, nope, that's not what I'm doing. I got to get in the Porsche. There we are. Now we're in the Porsche. So he takes Eric, but just look at that. Just puts the throttle. As soon as he touches the throttle, he ends up going around in a circle. That is that. Okay, so that's where I end up having an issue. Right. So now we were way over here somewhere in the Saunders battle. Yep. I'll just you can see I have no timing numbers. Oh yeah, down here I got a timing number. Get rid of that for a little bit. At the pace space bar got rid of the replay bar, but it doesn't. So that is that one. Let's just see here. So we've got Murray 2 seconds back. Packham 10 seconds back of that. Nobody's really close. So I shouldn't say that. Nielsen and Krister aren't far apart. That's pretty close. And so is Jeremy on Britos. Britos passed him. And I know Michel Benchaya had a problem. I'm sitting there in 11th place. I end up with a big crash somewhere. I don't know if we're going to catch that or not. I end up just sitting in the pits for the rest of the race. So let's talk about while we're watching this. Maybe I'll get back with the Saunders, etc. battle. We only had 3 people sign up for hypercars. That was Murray. I forget who the other guy was, and myself. And I was not going to be challenging anybody at all in a hypercar. So we kind of decided by talking to everybody to give up on the hypercar multi-class part of this championship. So everybody is in GT3 cars now. Fortunately, now I'm going to get to see my nice livery on my BMW hypercar that I put together for, it took me quite a while, but I did the art car. Is this year's 50th anniversary is the BMW V8 hypercar, and an artist from America made the art car. So I ended up buying a model of it and copying the livery. It took me quite a while, but I did copy it. But nobody's going to get to see it now. All right, so how are we doing here? There is, this is a battle and a half. I'm just going to watch the board here to see if I can catch any issues that people have. Because I think this is going to be the battle of the race. We are about 15 minutes into a 30-minute race. This is a 30-minute race in this championship. Thank goodness we have a good battle here. There is just the Porsche just can't get ahead of that McLaren. Porsche's straight line speed, excuse me, in a lot of simulations is not that great. He's hanging in there with the McLaren though, big time. So get on board with him here. He's hanging in there big time, but can't seem to get ahead. The Porsche seems to perform a heck of a lot better in the LeMans LMU. Oh, we have I believe this is no, this is not a two-time race. No pit stops here. Oh, that was a little bump, I think. Pretty close to a bump anyway. The Porsche catches up in the chicanes, that's for sure. Either that's Casio or that's the Porsche helping him out. But he's having a hard time getting through, get ahead of John. Very nice job. Great job by Saunders, defensive driving with that McLaren. Now, I'm not sure if that is a custom livery or not for Saunders. I thought Saunders is a US-based driver. I'm not sure. That looks like a British livery. Now, John is quite a collector. He actually has the same car model I have of the BMW. Paid a lot more for it than I did, but anyway, he does have that. So he may have a livery here that's a classic McLaren livery for one of the series. I should take a quick peek at what all the liveries look like for these cars. The liveries that come with the game. I know that they downloaded a few more liveries for us in the last update. See, that Porsche struggles a little bit on the straights, that's for sure. Now you see how far back he is. Let's see if anybody else is close by. Alves can see Stewart Packham, but barely. Nielsen can see definitely in striking distance from Krister. And Jeremy is certainly in striking distance for Jean-Marie. I have disappeared. Am I in the pit? Yes, I'm in the pit. Let's see where I'll see where I am. I want to show you my spectacular crash. Oh no, I think I had to serve. Oh, I had to serve a drive-through. I was actually practicing how to do that. Give you a little hint. For a drive-through, it's just straight through. Away you go. A stop and go is a little more complicated. However, you got to go and stop at your pit stop. But there's a what do I call it? A toggle, a response on the HUD required to serve a stop and go. It says on one of the HUD, I believe it is the pit stop request HUD. You have to look for it a little bit, and it defaults to no serving the stop and go. So you have to turn that to yes somehow in the HUD when you're approaching the pits. I'm not sure if you can do it while you're sitting in the pit stop parking spot. I'm not sure about that, so that's something somebody could tell us about. Porsche is falling further behind here. That's about the furthest back he's been on Saunders, which means Murray's catching up to him a little bit. He's been kind of 2 seconds back the whole race. We are 20 minutes or so into the race. Long. Listen to that. Brian worked every inch of traction out of that McLaren. You can hear the tires complaining. Where are we here with other people? Jose's looks like he's falling slightly more behind Stewart, maybe not. How is Krister doing? Krister Nielsen. It was Nielsen. He's about the same. And so the only race in town here is definitely Casio and Saunders, even though they're getting further and further apart. I don't know if he's going to catch up or not. Let's see here. Where is anybody going to change? Have to watch to see if anybody changes position in the standings here, so that I can catch any issues. We had our 2 or 3 issues that I remember myself. I haven't really watched this race. LeMans certainly an interesting track. It's interesting that we started with LeMans. But a lot of people have practiced the long track, so I think that was part of the issue, to just get everybody to start that. Excuse me. I know Krister's trying to get a couple of endurance series started. He posted a few things this week. I think he wants an LMU endurance and a ACC endurance race going. They will be 1 and 2 hour races. A 2 hour one will be multiple drivers for sure, I think. So let's get together and encourage Krister with the endurance racing. I know a lot of the guys in eSeniors, a lot of the everyday drivers do some endurance racing on weekends. There's always somebody saying, I need an extra driver. Oh, it looks like he caught up there a little bit. Boy, that's just on the edge there with that Porsche coming through that chicane. That is the second chicane, I believe. Can't really see what, where are we? Yeah, that is the second chicane. Into the second long straight. And then we go into the sharp right-hander coming up right here. And we get a mini straight going. Very nice job getting through that at maximum speed. Let's just get on board with Mr. Saunders. We haven't really watched Saunders, nor have we been in a McLaren. Nice dash on the McLaren. What can we see here in the dash? We see the RPMs. Let's see speeds. Up in the 280s, 290s, I'm sure. You do see his traction control and ABS up there. He's got 4 setting on the traction control. But yeah, let's just show Saunders a little bit of air time on his driving style. He's built up that 1.5 second lead and maintaining it now on the Porsche. So he's kind of slowly pulling ahead. The Porsche really hasn't been able to catch up. So it looks like Saunders is firmly in control with this race. 2 or 3 more laps to go. Long laps, of course, on the Mo. And he's got himself a win possibly here, unless he makes a mistake. Track limits are an interesting one. Not quite sure how they work in terms. I think you get time penalties, but I'm not sure how. Should look that up someday. You do get a time penalty if you get too many. And I believe if you get, it gets kind of something like points. I'll look that up and make sure I know that for the next race. So let's see if Murray is catching up. Still the 2 seconds back. Alves has caught up to Stewart a little bit. So that's another little race developing here. BMW on a Lambo. Jose has got the BMW cranked up. He's got a 6 and a 4 TC ABS. Those of you who don't know, I'll just get rid of the replay bar for a second. Those of you who don't know, that steering wheel that we see on the BMW GT3 is available to buy from Fanatec for, I think, over $1,000 US. And it is the exact same wheel that is used in the 4-wheel GT3 M4 BMW. So you can pull it off your rig and go buy yourself a real M4 GT3 for multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you can use the same wheel twice. You save yourself a little bit of money by having the simulation wheel, because you don't have to buy a wheel for it. You pop it off, pop it back, pop it on the real car, and away you go. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if that is the case for any other cars. So Jose is in that BMW. He's only a 1.5 seconds back. Very nice. That is the closest battle right now, to be honest. Because it looks like Cosio, well, it's about the same that Diego is doing. Let's see if he catches up to his chicanes a little bit. Not really. Got it down to 1.1, 1.2. Let's see if the McLaren pulls away on the straight. Is live, that timing tower. I think it's live anyway. Not really. He held up. So if he can catch up with some of these chicanes, he should be able to maintain it. Well, he lost time there on that one. All right. Let's keep going down the pipe here. Let's see, no, Jean-Marie Grolo is quite a bit further back. Jeremy's not made much of the gap up with Britos. 2 McLarens at it. Let's see how the McLaren sounds. I think we've been in the cockpit while we were in Saunders, that's true. 3 McLarens in a row there. And Krister still being shadowed, I'll say, instead of chased or harassed by Nielsen. And I'm sure Chris is aware of how close he is, not wanting to make any mistakes. So our closest battles are definitely Saunders. Murray's not much further back. There he is, you can see, and he is just biding his time. Alves is definitely the closest guy, so we're going to follow him for a bit. Let's take a look at his car. Put the replay bar up here. There he is. Oh, just for fun, BMW. I'm sure that is a custom livery. What else has he got on there? Let's see him going by the next time. Very familiar with the features of the BMW since I've been working for about a week on my 7-Up livery for it. Just about ready, so next race it should be finished. Fairly easy car to make a livery on because I've using Photoshop. I'm not using a 3D painting software, so that makes it harder on some. Photoshop is a little bit tougher on some of the cars than others. You get straight lines, etc. But oh, look at that! We got the flag man there on that view. That's pretty cool. I wonder if I can find that one when we do the championship. So Jose is really caught up to Stewart now, so that is definitely a battle. That is definitely a battle. Up ahead, everything is about the same, but this is for 4th place. Whoa, let's watch this one for sure. Let's watch this. Whoops, what happened there? Did I hit pause? Oh, I hit something there. What's going on? Oh, must have just hit. I think I just hit the wrong button there somewhere. Where were we here? It must have been a little bit further along. There we go. Right about there. Oh, not that far. Let's watch what happens here. Looks like he pulls ahead. Let's see here. Let's get on board and see if he's catching up. And where he does. The long left-hander here is catching up everywhere, really, on Stewart. Stewart doesn't look like he is struggling. Just that BMW has got better grip, possibly this late in the race. Let's see where he catches up. There he is making time up on Stewart right here. This is where it makes it all happen. Let's see. He's coming close to the chicane. Let's see if he's going to take a peek. He is going to take a peek. He's possibly side by side at this point. Yes, he is. Outbroke Stewart. Let's see if Stewart comes back. He can't defend. Wow, that's a great pass by Jose. Beautiful job. Oh, looks like now the Lambo's coming back. Let's get on board with the Lambo. He's going to make her come. He's going to take a crack now at it here. At a better exit. Woo! This is a good battle. Let's see what happens. He looks like he's got the advantage, but Jose's got the inside. But, oh, Packham comes around the outside. Now is Jose going to battle back? I think he is. Oh, tried hard. Now let's see who got a better exit. I'm sure. Look at this. This is an amazing battle. Look at that. They're about a foot behind each other. There goes Jose coming back at him. They are coming up to the very sharp right-hander. See who's going to blink first. Jose's got the inside. And Stewart get around the outside. Oh, he went around the outside and outbroke him. Outbroke him. I don't know if that's the right word, but that is what happened. Now the BMW is going to try again. Oop, on the wrong car. Oh, he got a little bit of a gap there now. Woo! This is a nice battle. Don't want to lose track of the guys up ahead. Ooh, Diego went wide there. He looks like he's 2 seconds back. He's losing ground, but Murray's gaining ground, so that's pretty cool. Now back here, we got to stick on with this one here. We've got the BMW and Lambo battle going. That's pretty cool. I love the orange livery. That is a classic color for BMW, by the way. That kind of burnt orange racing color. I almost bought one that color. I don't know if I've told the story before. They produced a 1M car for what year was that? That's probably in around 2010, something like that. You should look it up. They only made 1,000 of them, and they allocated them to different countries. We got 10 in Canada, and I thought I had a chance for one and waffled on it a little bit. Didn't know very much about it. My son made me go talk to my favorite BMW salesman. Looks like Stewart went a little wide there, and Jose's he's gonna get some momentum on him. I think he has. Now he's gonna take a peek on the inside. Didn't work. Oh, a little tap there. A little tap. Oh, okay, but that's all right. A little bit of a second gap now. Don't lose it now. Don't lose it, Jose. Okay, so anyway, now I got a chance to tell my story. So my son dragged me into the, why is that stuck on that? All right, let's just see what it looks like from his point of view. Oh yeah, big gap now. Let's just quickly pick up the battle up ahead. Rossio is falling further and further behind. Murray's trying to get it down to within a second. Under 2 seconds, I mean. Now going back to my story, so yeah, so we went to the I went to the dealership and talked about it a little bit, and he said he had one, and but it was an orange one, or this burnt orange one, which by that time was kind of a new color. And I said, this is going to be my everyday driver. I don't know if I want to do that. So this I had a 135 BMW. And it was getting a little long in the tooth. So this 1M was kind of an interesting idea. It was a 135 body with M3 parts on it. So it had a wider back end, had a whole bunch of M3 parts that they had to widen some of the frame up for. So anyway, these things were going for at the time $65,000 Canadian, which was a big number at the time. But those cars today, 10 years later, are still worth $65,000. As a matter of fact, some of the cars that were bought were sold immediately by people for about a $20,000 profit. Anyway, that's my long story about the one that got away. Looks like Casio. The follower further behind. Marie's got it down to less than 2 seconds. Less than 2 seconds. How is Jose has caught back up with Stewart, so he's definitely got pace on the McLaren. So anyway, that's the my story of the 1M that got away. That one was a very interesting car. It boosted the performance from a 135 a little bit. The 135 had dual turbos, which was kind of cool. The first turbo kicked in at 1,300 RPM. So that was pretty cool. It had 300 foot-pounds of torque. Time out of a 3-liter. I believe it was a straight line 6. No, it was not straight. It was a V6, I think. Was it a V6? I'm trying to... Yeah, it was a V6. It was a fun car. Very fun car. For an everyday driver. Okay, looks like we're getting close to the end here. We got maybe a lap and a half to go. Oh, Jose almost lost it there. Let's go back and watch that. We will watch it from the inside of his cockpit. Woo! Back up a little bit more. See what happened again. He's going along in his merry way. Coming up to this first part. Whoa! Just a little bit of oversteer going into the corner. He touched the brake and just on entry, but he saved that. That could have been disastrous. That was pretty much full speed. Whew. That must have. That's whoa! Let's watch that from outside. Wow, what happened there? That is Stewart's race right here. I've had the same problems with BMW sometimes. They just step out all of a sudden on you. Let's see what happens. This is the first one. Got out of shape a little bit there. I want to see what he did for his big disaster. That's where he got out of shape there. He got back on it. And I think he just hit the throttle a little too much. I'm going to pause for a second. I want to see what he has, this for my own information. He's got a 6 traction control, which is what I drive with. No, just a little too much on the throttle on the exit. That is exactly what you can do. Very easy to do. Very, very easy to do. And even with a 6 traction control, you get on that throttle a little too hard. That's what's going to happen. So Krister now is he's still 10 seconds back. So what have we got for our battles up here? Well, Murray is down within a second. So he has finally chased down Cosio. Now he's feeling it. He is feeling it. It's the first time that Diego has gotten under some pressure from the man. That is the man right there in eSeniors, Mr. Brian Murray. He's not used to the GT3s yet, I don't think, in the LMU simulation. So we'll see what happens here. Yes, I think, that accident we saw for Stewart, it's probably fairly realistic. You can't just tromp on the throttle like you do on exits with like ACC. You have to slowly give that car a chance to get some grip coming out of the corner. I have a linear accelerator. Profile on my accelerator pedal. I may change that to something a little bit more convex. But we've still got a battle here. Cosio's fallen 4 seconds behind. He's kind of fallen behind. So, oh, that was a slip. That was a slip for the Porsche. I wonder if there's tires are getting a little worn. Got a whole lap to go left to go. I see there may be some people watching. I haven't been looking at the chat. Say hello on the chat at the end. Here we go. Let's watch this. Brian has got some pace on the Porsche. He got a great exit there. They're side by side. He's ahead. He is ahead of the last lap. Wow, that is going to drive Diego. Diego's trying to fight back. Oh, Brian went a little wide there. So Diego's trying to fight. I hope Diego's is his actual name. I'm just using that all day today. I don't like using last names. Wow, Murray just held his ground. He held it through the whole race, just very patient all the way through. Let's get on board with Diego now, see what he's going to do. So patient all race, and it paid off. Diego Orcasio looked like he was falling back from Saunders, so he may have been having just slight problems. He was losing like not much, tenths of a second per lap, or a second or so in a long lap like this, and Murray was just steady Eddie as usual, and he's going to get a second place out of it possibly. Let's see how hard Diego pushes. Don't want to push too much. Murray went a little wide there, hit some dirt. It's not over yet. We are in the last lap, I believe. Wow, nice race, guys. I'm not sure if this is a last lap or not. We will try and get checkered flags for everybody. If Casio heard it was last lap, he's going to push as hard as he can through these corners. His tires aren't complaining. There they are. There it is. There it is. He's on the edge of adhesion, like I like to say. Not catching up with Brian, though. Wow, just snaps that wheel over to get back in line. Here we come to little nasty, very slow chicanes. Wow, Brian's pulling away here. He's got a second and a half almost. And he is catching up to Saunders a little bit. Saunders has had a little bit of a reprieve here for the last little while. Oh, Brian's giving it back? That was the checkered flag. There we go. Let's back that up and get some checkered flags here. All right, our winner, John Saunders. We may see the checkered flag from him if I get that same picture that they had before. Great job, John. You were under pressure for lots of that race. John Saunders of the US of A coming in for the last few corners here. And then we'll get the others. There's the checkered flag for Joe. Oh, I love this view. Next is Brian Murray. Brian Murray. There's the checkered flag for him. And followed by Diego in fourth place. Stuart Backham, I believe he is also a US of A guy. Brian, Northern Ireland. And Casio, I believe, is Portuguese, if I'm not mistaken. Here comes Stuart around the corner. Or his checkered flag. What kind of view do we get from the automated viewing here? The cameras cycle through. That is his checkered flag. Next is Jose Alves just going across there now. That is his. Krister is a little bit further behind in sixth place. There is the Mad Joker. That is a real livery from, there's a good checkered flag. Yeah, baby. Next is, I believe it's Peter Nielsen. From Europe somewhere, I forget where exactly. Next is Danny Britos in seventh place. That is his checkered flag. Jeremy comes in at ninth. Jean-Marie not that far behind in 10th place. And we won't bother, I didn't finish. Eric Langlois in 11, quite far back. And Ollie is not that far back from, he came very close to catching up to Eric. There is Eric. So maybe I can advance it just a little bit and get a checkered flag for him. Oh, he already had the checkered flag. Let's go back and catch the checkered flag just for fun. Oop, too fast, too far. There we go, coming around the last couple of corners. There is the Porsche Pink Pig. Or Eric Langlois from France, closely followed by Ollie Lortner from Australia. There we go in the big bad Lexus. So that was the race, guys. Let me get rid of all the stuff here and get you back on track. And that's not what I want to do. What am I looking for here? That is what I'm looking for. And my pretty face, if it works. Yes, it does. All right, there I am. So, yes, that was the first race for this year's season 22 for eSeniors, about our fourth season in LMU. Next race, let's go back and look at the race days. There we are. That is the race days. Next race in 2 weeks is Monza. So what we are doing this year, it's called the all 12, or we're going to be doing all 12 of the LMU tracks in our series. Every second week is a points race. Alternate weeks will be practice races, same time, same place. There's a bit of controversy about that this week, but we dropped the ball a little bit. That's going to take place. Endurance races may be another day of the week, possibly Sunday, but stay tuned for that. So anyway, there we go. That is our first broadcast for LMU multi-class. So that's it. We'll see you again. I probably won't replay the practice races. It's a lot of work. Unless there's something really exciting that happens, I won't do that. But I will do for sure, I will do the championship races. So bye for now. We'll see you next week.